Oh, it's been a bit of a mad week. There's people impersonating me on TikToks or bots or whatever. I've had so many, just the comments on the last video were unbelievable. Thank you all so much for coming along on this Sleep Token journey with me. And also a load of people saying that I absolutely have to do a Patreon, and I will. I'm going to do one, and I'm going to go back all the way to the first singles. We'll do Thread the Needle. We'll go on to do Nazareth. Oh, fuck. We're going to be here for weeks. So yeah, so that's the plan. I am going to go back and do all of this because this is just such a fascinating world. And one of the things I wanted to talk about before I got into today's video was there's a bunch of like infighting in the fandom. I see it on social media. Now, I think, if I may, as a referee and all of this go, we don't need to do that. We don't need to do that. We need to go back to the reason that why we fell in love with this band, which was the musical content, the lyrical content, the lore, the vulnerability, the fact that this ticks so many boxes that so many artists haven't for years. It's inspired me. I've got a fucking YouTube channel now. I've seen my own videos come up in the feed. I see my own face. Do you know how much I hate that, by the way? I see my own face coming up now. It's like, videos you might like. Well, I hope so, because I fucking made it. And that's all because of you guys, this community, this articulate, clever, like musically literate community. Thank you very much for just both Sleep Token and this community reigniting my passion for music, for interpreting this again. Again, I will prefix everything I say here by going, just my interpretation. This was written by a bloke, at home, piano, guitar, in his pants, mask. And one must always remember that Sleep Token is musical theatre. The character of Vessel is being written by the man behind the mask, although what he writes may be about relationships, it may be about, and again, we've spoken about all of the different things that it could potentially be about to the person. The character of Vessel has been in love with a god, is potentially still in love with a god called Sleep. There is worship. It is about being devoted to this god. But this god, who in all of the interviews is referred to as a he, doesn't seek the same balance that Vessel does in that relationship. Again, Sleep Token is all about balance. It is the memento mori. It is the reminder of death. Sleep is death. All of this is a token to a story that ultimately ends in death. It is the acceptance of the darkness. It is the acceptance of the shadow side. And before we get to Caramel, we get dangerous about the stirring of feelings, potentially. In my opinion, the end of Act 1 of Even in Arcadia. Dangerous.
I wish I could have known that look in your eyes would echo in mine and go back out of my mind across the line. When was the last time I felt like this? Dark desire and tainted place. It's like you're dangerous to me. I notice every time we meet. I feel the ground.
That pulse is excellent. Believe I'm going to pause it before we get to that drop. So from the off here, we get that fade in of kind of a multitude of different notes. It doesn't really reveal like a key or a root note as that fades in at the beginning. So we've just come out from Past Self and we're about to go into Caramel, which if you play it in the alternate way of doing the album, that would be the album closer. It talks about potentially this new character, dancing on the line with me, this new person being introduced, and maybe it's us as the audience, because we're going to get to Caramel after this, where rather Vessel highlighted or at least zoned in on some of the more problematic areas of the fandom. So we've come out of Past Self, we've got Caramel to come, and then we get this song about danger. Now, even just the title of the song on its own, Dangerous, again, if you're any music fan, will immediately think of the Michael Jackson album, but Dangerous. We are coming into this with something that this is fear. This is awareness that what I'm going to do is potentially going to cause me harm. Just using the word dangerous as the title of this song in terms of Vessel's story thus far makes us obviously identify this with, okay, well, he's going to throw himself into something here, which is going to cause him harm. Or upset or tragedy, or at least there is the potential of that, because when something is dangerous, you've got to feel the fear and do it anyway sometimes. And often, when something is dangerous, it can lead to a huge reward. This isn't all negativity, with the title being Dangerous. Vocally, Vessel is going almost on his break. He's often flicking into his falsetto, which again gives it quite a sensual air to the vocal performance. For example, when's the last time I felt like this? It's all in his thin mixed voice, and then he's getting little flicks up. When's thine is falsetto? And his falsetto is obviously one of his strongest instruments. We know from fucking day dot with Sleep Token that we are going to hear falsetto in these songs, that when he does that, it gives it a lusty kind of lyrical quality. And this first verse is quite breathy. It's quite ethereal. We're getting that with the big kind of reverb on the guitars as well that sound a little bit Pink Floyd, maybe even a little bit Nothing Else Matters by Metallica, that kind of picked out chorusy effect on it. And then, of course, the lyrics. I wish I could have known that. I wish I could have known that look in your eyes would echo in mine and go back. But it's presented as, I wish I could have known that. That's the line. That's the first line of the song. I wish I could have known that. I wish you'd have told me that. So many Sleep Token lyrics allude to, I wish I could have known more about you. I wanted to raise me up to the peaks. Let me see behind. Let me go behind the mask, the shadow side. Let me accept the shadow side. Let it be all encompassing. Let us be, the yin and yang. So I wish I could have known that. When it's just presented as that line, as Vessel does at the beginning of this song, it gives it a kind of a different feeling. I wish I could have known that. I wish you'd let me get, my teeth sunk in. I wish you'd let me, see those pretty white jaws. But I wish I could have known that look in your eyes would echo in mine and go back. Just brilliant. But one of the things we have to remember this is, whose voice is this? Is it Vessel's? Is it Sleep's? I obviously live in the camp where I think this is Vessel, but I don't think that he's necessarily talking to Sleep all the time in this respect. In fact, I believe that he isn't at all, and that's why we get so many kind of retorts, like replies from Sleep at other points, like, for example, at the end of Infinite Baths, where we hear that godlike voice screaming down. Maybe it's because Vessel is willing to be dangerous with somebody else. And there's more to back that up. Out of my mind, across the line, crossing the line is a very, very powerful image. Once you cross the line, it's like in Phantom of the Opera, past the point of no return. Once you go past here, once you go across the line, there ain't no coming back, sunshine. And the questioning of himself, when was the last time I felt like this? So obviously something is stirring in Vessel. And it's almost like that, whoa, whoa, whoa. When was the last time I felt like this? When did I have this stirring before? Dark desire and tainted bliss. Desire in itself brings up, conjures, we're in colours now, folks, bright red, and then the darkening of it, the black side, the black flamingo that's had to consume all of this shit, or has been in an environment that has made it present itself in another way, a dark desire and tainted bliss, not bliss. Brilliant. Tainted. Bad. So, balance. Always there. Dark desire and tainted bliss works both ways. It's almost like it's all about balance. Before we move on, I want to talk about that pulse, that dum, 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 dum. So let's talk about any sci-fi film, any action film ever where something has happened and somebody's hit the big red button. The alarms go off. Now, what happens alongside those alarms? More often than not, we will get red flashing lights or red pulsing lights, and that's exactly what this makes me think of. We've already mentioned desire. We've got that taste in our mouths already, that oral fixation. Now with that pulse on the bass note, what we're getting is essentially like a flashing red light. We're getting a red light that tells us, whoa, we need to stop. But red lights aren't just synonymous with aliens bursting out of our chests and hiding in the vents. Red lights are associated with sex. So this idea that there is something pulsing underneath. Other things pulse too, particularly when we are particularly enjoying ourselves in a certain situation. Blood will rush to certain areas. It causes things to pulse. That is biology. So this pulsing immediately underneath there, just in the first chorus. No guitars, no drums, no nothing. We're just building that idea that, fuck, this is dangerous. There's pulsing going on here. Is it good pulsing or bad pulsing? I've got to stop this because it's making me think of spiders again, and I can't go back to the whole Clive story.
It's like you're dangerous to me. I notice every time we meet, I feel the ground beneath my feet giving way. You've got me talking in my sleep as if you're conquering my dreams. You have
The lyrics are so clever.
awakened what's beneath again.
It's like you're dangerous to me. Not you are dangerous to me. It's like you're dangerous to me. That doesn't necessarily mean that you are, but that's the feeling. And I noticed every time we meet, not every time we're together, every time we meet, we have both made conscious choices to come together. I notice every time we meet, it's like you're dangerous to me. It's like I can't control, and we're going to get to this in the final line, what's happening to me. I feel the ground beneath my feet giving way. This isn't the first time that Vessel has alluded to the pavement disappearing underneath him, because when he's floating in the ether, he can dance forever. You've got me talking in my sleep as if you're conquering my dreams. Where has sleep lived up till this point? The night does not belong to God. It is all about the night in the darkness. That's why in Provider, so many people think that line of, well, even in the daylight. Well, yeah, because fuck you. You haven't been there in the daylight. You've denied my existence. I'm Vessel right now, obviously. You've got me talking in my sleep. You've got me doing stuff in the nighttime that I didn't used to do, as if you're conquering my dreams. Not as if you're invading my dreams, not as if you're taking over my dreams. You're conquering. You are coming into my dreams, fighting a battle and winning. Also, we know that battle has often been referred to in the sleep token pantheon as, people are going to battle. So it's a conquering of his dreams, not a taking over. And in doing so, you have awakened what's beneath again. We had this in Provider as well. The choice of words is very telling with Vessel. And even how he phrases things, because if you're awakening what's beneath, you're awakening something I'd hidden. You're awakening something beneath, obviously, but also awakening something beneath, something I'd hidden away, something that I didn't necessarily want anybody to get access to, but goodness me, is it awakening. Oh God, here it comes. Not only have we got little effects going on, little kind of like trap and hip hop effects and fucking splice samples, all of that stuff. When it drops in, it's very deliberate. You suck the air out, I thought I could oh, fuck! Because sucking the air out, pulling the instrumentation out behind you, dropping into a chorus. I mean, fucking, it's all over metalcore, like Motionless in White, Falling in Reverse. All of these guys do it. Those dropouts, and then what I call the fuck you chorus. Suck all the air out. Here's your fucking chorus. Papa Roach did it in their last single. It's the idea of how you manage the instrumentation so that when you hit that drop or that moment or that breakdown, indeed, if we are talking about metalcore, all you have is that moment. Fucking ace. You can't tell me that when that drop hits that you don't go, I should text him. As well, if you are a musician, please don't discount the use of panning. Obviously, Logic allows you to pan absolutely everything. But in this case, that's what Sleep Token have rather done here, is that they've taken individual notes, particularly bass notes, and panned them all around in different places. When you've got a bass note that, you know, hits and like at 9 o'clock, and then the next note immediately hits at midnight and it throws across to 3. You're building a soundscape. That's why they're going to win the fucking Grammy for Best Production. And if they don't, I'm going to fight my friend who I know is on that panel. I'll fight you. So that use of panning around has now given us this idea that we're in desire, we're in stuff swelling, we're in, you know, that blood pumping, to then feel that blood moving around us. My interpretation suddenly then gives us like, whoa, all right. Oh, we're getting dangerous, folks. Let's obviously talk about the lyrics as well. Well, comma, I thought I could resist you. With Sleep Token lyrics, as I've said before, sometimes you have to present them as a monologue, really to understand the meaning behind them, because of the way Vessel constructs the syntax in the music. Sometimes he will very deliberately leave a word off and tag it on the beginning of the next line in terms of the lyrical structure, the melodic structure. Well, I thought I could resist you, but something in me just can't help but insist to blur the lines just one last time. So, when's the last time you tasted blood? But insist to blur the lines just one last time. One last time. This isn't, right, this isn't, this is it. Right, okay, we're going to do it. We're going to do it just one last time, because just one last time. I don't think we should do this again. I don't think this is good for me. But if I am going to do it, when's the last time you tasted blood? Allegedly in the lyrics, even though you cannot convince me otherwise, that he isn't fucking saying, when's the last time you tasted battle? I don't. Is it me? Have I gone mental? I know it's meant to be, when's the last time you tasted blood? And no, man, I can't hear that. I've obviously now listened to it a bunch of times, but I can't hear that. And what would it take to stem the flood? The rush of blood to our extremities, to bits that are getting swollen, both male and female, that are inviting things in, that are flooding in order to facilitate that. How do you stem the flood? You fucking damn it. You take a big log and you shove it in there. And as my dear old departed dad used to say, if you are going to go to battle with a stranger, you better put a tin hat on, you little soldier. Less of the little. And I am caught in time. I am a ghost. I am in purgatory. I am being held in this moment. I am passive. I'm the vessel. But I am caught in time like clockwork, meaning that the cycle will always repeat. Remember, a broken clock is still right twice a day. I'm caught in time like clockwork because this feeling somehow keeps coming back, potentially. But also, potentially, I'm caught in time beneath the permafrost. I am a monster that is waking underneath. It is cold. Everything is dead underneath the permafrost. Surely nothing but the most vile creatures can exist, right? But I'm beneath the permafrost that I have put this away. Permafrost. Oh no, that's never happening. Only it is. The stirring is happening underneath the permafrost. A monster. What symbolism. A monster is rising up from beneath the permafrost. Sorry, that really made me laugh. I might lose my mind back to back with oblivion. Like the Kappa logo. Anybody have a Kappa tracksuit when they were a kid? Fuck, I wanted one so much. I'm from Newcastle, they were fucking on vogue. Back to back with Oblivion. Not the beast with two backs, not fucking. Back to back with Oblivion, meaning that Oblivion's potentially there if I turn around. Oh, like that fucking this is it's Orpheus in the underworld. Don't look back. Hades said, don't look back. You have to keep walking or I'll take her back. And Orpheus did look back and Eurydice was taken back to the underworld. I am back to back with Oblivion. Don't fucking look. And you might breathe that burning breeze through paradise for me. Because as we know now, at length, there can be no paradise. There can be no Arcadia, no light without darkness, no life without death, no love without hate. Live in an incredibly hot country. A breeze is a lovely thing. Even in the UK, where it's fucking cold most of the time, a breeze on a hot day is still lovely. And when we refer to something as going, ooh, that's a nice breeze, we don't say, ooh, that's a hard breeze. That's wind. Wind. Breeze is a positive thing. So a burning breeze. And the fact that whoever this character is breathing like a dragon, a burning breeze. It's not uncomfortable, but it's burning me. And it's almost, again, like that level of acceptance, that level of, it's vor again. It's the spiders. Fuck me and eat me so I can be closer to you, so I can be more inside you than anybody has ever been before. That's fucking sexy and terrible. What am I saying? That's not sexy. Sorry, it's happened. But that's brilliant that you might breathe that burning breeze through paradise for me. Not against me. You're not trying to set me on fire. You are blowing a burning breeze through paradise for me. You are invoking that hot breath that again is associated with sexual relations, that breath on your neck, that whispering in your ear. Oh! Another thing for musicians who listen to Sleep Token and want to learn about musical sensibilities that maybe they have passing chords. Just there you can hear the passing chord. Sleep Token do this so often. It's a very musical theatre trope, I guess. Say, for example, that you're moving from a G to an A. It will lean into the G sharp, or A flat, depending on what key you're in. And it will lean into that note. So there'll be a passing chord that we're building blocks, we're building steps, we're building stakes. Passing chord into the rectifiable chord in the key. Two opening out in the second half of it. Passing. Oh, it's fucking brilliant. So Pink Floyd again. Very musical theatre, very like round and real control over his falsetto, but also it gives us that airy kind of quality to it, that listful, oh gosh, it's so good. We must talk, of course, about one very particular word choice in Won't You Show Me How to Dance Forever. Won't. That's a negative. It's not will. Will you show me how to dance forever? Sure, I'd love to. I'm asking a question. Won't you show me how to dance forever? Won't. Please. Won't you? Why won't you? Why won't you show me how to dance forever? Won't you show me how to dance forever sounds more desperate, more pleading, because I want you to be the one who shows me how to dance forever. No, nobody else. Won't you show me how to dance forever? I want you to be the one. And yet, in terms of the album, we immediately then run into Caramel, which means that we get the music box. Won't you show me how to dance forever? When the Feathered Host and House Viridian were launched as Instagram pages, and as a lot of people believe that we chose House Viridian, I've done a video on it as well, that we chose House Viridian rather than the Feathered Host, and that meant that because it was House Viridian, that the house must endure. If we chose the Feathered Host, the cycle must end. So if we've chosen House Viridian, then we have to go in repeat. Then you have to show me how to dance forever. And that would make sense if it hadn't been the website on both of the Instagram pages. But then when you add this in, will you show me how to dance forever? Will you keep Sleep Token going? Will you allow me the privilege of being in this prison? The stage is a prison, a beautiful nightmare. There's so much that can be interpreted. And then, like I said, my interpretation is not right. My interpretation is just the one you're listening to right now. I'd love to hear other people's interpretations in the comments, obviously. Thank you so much, again, for watching another one of these absolute diatribes. I looked at this and went, 4 minutes. That'll be short. I'm afraid that's not how it works with Sleep Token, because he cares so much. The care that has gone into this from this band, again, not just in the music, it's in everything. The marketing, the runes, the historical context, the Greek mythology. It's a joy to experience. And I'm very lucky that I have even a small following of people who like to hear me talk about it, because I care, because he cares. This gentleman, man, guitar, piano, pants, mask, really fucking cares about this. Some terrible trauma that he has experienced or continues to experience. And actually, the next video I'm going to do, I think, is going to be a breakdown of what we actually know about Sleep Token, the 6 interviews and the message in Lafayette, the London gig from 2022. I'd really like to ignore all of our theories, everybody's theories for a second, and break it down to what do we actually know? What are the facts? I'd really like to do a video about that. Let me know if that would be something, because I suppose then from that, people can go, cool, that's our starting point. Every other theory that you make is spread from here. Fucking brilliant. There are many, many bands who I look at from the 50s onwards and go, I wish I was alive. I wish I'd been there for those cultural and music moments. And yet, here I am on a Monday afternoon chatting to a camera about Sleep Token, and honestly, I couldn't be happier. What a wonder this band is. And unfortunately, I've become quite protective over you guys, my community on social media, who are very literate about music and art and lyrics. And I think that anybody who takes the time to write like a YouTube comment on my videos where they talk about, oh, well, this is my take on the theory or whatever, like, that's fucking amazing. Sleep Token are making people smarter, and as a fucking 40-year-old nihilist who thinks that the world might be going down shit creek without a paddle, in these moments where such cleverness, such self-awareness, such musical nous, all of this, thank fuck we've got this, right? Anyway, yes, a load of people have messaged me about Patreon. Also, thank you for everyone who told me I had a fake on TikTok or whatever. Weird. I will sort it this week, and then we are going to go all the way back to the first singles. We're going to break down some of the live gigs, some of the acoustic stuff that Vessel did in 2022. We're going to do Nazareth, Jericho. Oh, all the fucking hell. Fuck! There's so much. Again, thank you so much. Like, subscribe, whatever. Free range humans. I'm not your mum. So yeah, let's next time, let's strip it all back to the bare bones. Just the interviews, just what we actually know, just what the man portraying the character. And this is what we have to remember, portraying the character of Vessel in this incredible musical theatre performance that is Sleep Token. Have a lovely week. I'll see you next time.